This is Paula G Voice, aka Lady Wisdom After Midnight. Aspects of common versus compatible. Life lesson. Just because you have some things in common does not necessarily mean you are compatible. A loafer and a stiletto have something in common. They are both shoes, but they are not necessarily compatible. We have to look beyond common and find compatible. I think most of us long for a loving, lasting relationship, and some of us already have that gift, and that is truly a blessing. There have been some wonderful relationships that have blossomed in ways that no one could imagine. The face of relationships has changed, especially during a pandemic season. Physical distancing has limited the traditional dating environment. However, is that such a bad thing? Some relationships are beginning to blossom virtually. How can that happen, you may say? There is something to be said for a relationship that develops in the absence of the physical aspect. The foundation of the relationship begins with conversation, communication. Imagine that. Now, I'm not trying to get too graphic or personal, but let's just consider the possibilities. You meet someone of interest on a dating website and you begin to converse back and forth. It almost forces you to talk about things you may not necessarily talk about during the traditional means of dating. And that's not a bad thing at all, let's face it. The traditional means of dating often winds up getting physical prematurely, which is where many times the problem lies, and is often the reason the relationship ends abruptly. Once the starry-eyed phase settles and reality sets in, one wakes up the morning after and realizes they have nothing in common, nor are they compatible. Now what? What if all you could do was to talk? To have conversations day in and day out, getting to know each other inside and out, talking about everything from your favorite television show to your religious and political beliefs. The pet peeve stuff like, which way do you put the toilet paper on the roll? Believe it or not, that has been a source of major contentions in some relationships. How does he or she handle finances? Speaking of which, can we talk about credit scores? Are children a consideration? What about blended families? You love dogs as pets. He loves iguanas as pets. Are you a morning person? Is your significant other a morning person or not? Think of all the little things that irk you, the things that you will not compromise on, the things where you may say, well, that's just the way I am. Take that times 2. Now, I could be wrong, but it seems like you all have a lot to discuss before you can cross the threshold of any kind of permanent or physical connection. You see where I'm going with this? We all have our preferences. Go forth and prosper in yours. I am Paula G Voice. I am a sagacious, independent lifestyle influencer. I am embracing my own journey and sharing experiences along the way. I am challenging dreamers to do the same by breathing life into their deferred dreams and living out the reality. It is never too late to embrace your journey and live your dreams. Visit paulagvoice.com for the full journey.